You may be a plastic surgeon or the manager of a plastic surgery practice that is designing a website, and you're trying to figure out what you need to do to get your keywords right. In this video, I'm going to give you actionable tips that you can follow to make sure that you get this aspect of your marketing right as you redo your website, and basically give you a primer on the way SEO works and how keywords really come into the mix here. My name is Frank. I'm the founder of Saga Pixel. We are a digital marketing firm that has done extensive work with plastic surgeons and medical spas across the United States and Europe. And obviously, we've done a lot of work with keywords, both with paid search and organic. Now, the first thing you need to understand is that Google is no longer a keyword-driven search engine. It understands that a search like lawyer and attorney is essentially the same. And I'd like to invite you to even take a look at this in your own market. But let's take a look at this together. So in this case, I've performed two searches. One is rhinoplasty surgeon Philadelphia, and the other one is rhinoplasty clinic Philadelphia. Now you'll notice that all of the same results are popping up here, really just in different orders. Like you can see this Dr. DiBello is here, he's number 2 there. But at the same time, if we look at the title tags, it's really just rhinoplasty Philadelphia. Google understands the intent behind this search, and it's not just trying to match a keyword that you entered into the search engine with words that are on the page or in the title tag or anything like that. It understands that someone that's looking for a rhinoplasty specialist Philadelphia, rhinoplasty surgeon Philadelphia, or surgeon that specializes in rhinoplasty in Philadelphia, it understands that all of these keywords have the same intent behind them, and that ultimately the entities of rhinoplasty and surgeon and clinic and Philadelphia are all related. In the case of a search like what was the movie where Tom Hanks had the volleyball, Google now can understand that you're asking about the movie Castaway. Entities such as like Tom Hanks and volleyball are going to basically come back with things related to Castaway. For that matter, just putting together the words Tom Hanks and volleyball gives you the Wikipedia page for Castaway. So in other words, the goal here is not to try to figure out, should I be optimizing my page for rhinoplasty Philadelphia or rhinoplasty surgeon Philadelphia. The goal is to understand that we're trying to optimize around the entity of rhinoplasty, and that a page that is providing valuable information about rhinoplasty should be also talking about recovery times and costs, and should be answering all the questions that people have when they're looking into getting a rhinoplasty. It's also important to understand the intent behind the keywords that you're optimizing for. So in other words, someone that's looking for rhinoplasty surgeon, like we just looked at, is likely looking for a surgeon that performs rhinoplasties, obviously. But let's take a look at what we find if I type in rhinoplasty surgery. In this case, we're seeing completely different types of results. This is very clearly an informational query. It's not even really giving me any local results at all. It is giving them to me all over the way down here, which is telling us that Google understands that when people perform a search for rhinoplasty surgery, they're most likely trying to get information on it. This is useful when you're doing PPC bidding, for example, with Google Ads. You'll find that bidding on a query like rhinoplasty surgery or facelift surgery is not as valuable. In other words, it doesn't convert as well as rhinoplasty surgeon. Another thing that's important to understand is queries like best and top are typically queries that are looking for websites with reviews. So for a query like plastic surgeon Miami, these are the results. If we take a look at the query best plastic surgeon Miami, we'll find that it's pretty much the same results, in addition to a number of directories where people are sharing their opinions, Yelp and so forth and so on. A more extreme example of a query like this would be best SEO companies Philadelphia, where it's just directory, an article that gives reviews on all of the best SEO companies in Philadelphia, a directory, another directory. So for that latter search for an SEO company in Philadelphia, people over time just seem to be clicking on the results. So ultimately the point is you don't need to necessarily optimize for best queries, because usually those queries are searches where someone is looking to read directories, and even if you are ranking for it, they're probably going to scroll down to the Yelp reviews or go to just Google My Business and look at the reviews that people have left for you and your competitors. Now, one thing that is critical to understand about keywords is that you need to have specific keywords mapped to specific pages on your website. The way this comes into play for a plastic surgeon is that you need to have dedicated pages, and they need to be optimized for a procedure plus city. In other words, don't have one general, these are all the types of surgeries that I perform page. You need to have a dedicated rhinoplasty page, a dedicated facelift page, a dedicated otoplasty page. Any sort of surgery, any sort of procedure that you perform needs to have a dedicated page that's optimized around that procedure plus city. If you try to get them all into one page, or if you try to rank your homepage for every single type of surgery that you perform, you're going to fail. Finally, there are a lot of keywords that a plastic surgeon can potentially rank for on your blog that will, first of all, gain authority for the website overall. In other words, ranking for these things and just getting people to the website and getting them to engage with your content, as well as just having really well-written content that is reflective of the expertise that you have. Google's going to see this. It's going to help your website to rank well in search overall. But second, it's also an opportunity to drive qualified leads. So, for example, given the rhinoplasty example, let's say someone knows they have a bulbous nose and they're researching the techniques and what goes into rhinoplasty for bulbous nose. If you are a plastic surgeon that has examples of having successfully done these sorts of procedures in the past, and you have something unique to say about rhinoplasty for bulbous nose, someone may be willing to fly across the country to see you if they think that you can serve their needs better than the surgeons that are in their local area. And your blog can be an opportunity to demonstrate that. Just like right now, you're watching this video and you're getting some insights into the way we handle keyword mapping and keyword planning for plastic surgeons. This earns a lot more trust for us. Like, we're demonstrating that we know what we're talking about here versus a general, we help plastic surgeons page. Your patients do the same thing. If they think that you are particularly well equipped to perform rhinoplasty for African Americans or for bulbous nose or some sort of other niche type of procedure, they're going to trust you more if you can really demonstrate that through your content. So I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please consider giving it a like. We're constantly putting up new videos on YouTube. So if you want to know when the next one's going up, consider subscribing. And if you'd like to just schedule a time to sit down with me, go over to the website, fill out our contact form. It'll take you over to our Calendly, and I'd be happy to meet with you.